Now then, and welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded with Nemsun. You're stranded once again. Oh no! I hear you cry. I saw that comment. You know who you are. Right, so, what have I been doing? I've been messing around with chisel and bits and doing some bits and pieces. As you can see, the ship is being slowly but surely rebuilt. That is what I've been doing. I took a chisel and bits chisel, and I went and collected up the other part of the wing over here. Made a little chisel and bits bag and all that kind of stuff. Collected all the parts of this. Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn that off. I don't need to keep checking for that now. And also any bits and pieces that were lying around, bits and pieces to go and sort out the ship and rebuild it, because that's my aim here. And while I was out here, I spotted this, look. The pack creator's gravestone. Now, I kind of don't want to move it, but at the same time, I want to see if there's anything hidden inside it, right? So, I don't want to break it here right now, but if you could let me know in the comments if G.W. Sheridan, the pack creator and fellow FTOG member, if he has left anything in this grave worth breaking. Otherwise, I want to leave it there as a memory, a memorial to him, as a gravestone should be, a memorial for making the pack. It's almost like he was the co-pilot, and so as the plane's coming in, or as the shuttle is coming in, he crashes out, he jumps from the cockpit first, like, save myself, and you will die, ha ha ha, splat. And then, yeah, carry on until I crash land over here and go, oh, where's Sheridan? I don't know where Sheridan is. I don't even know who Sheridan is. Oh, Sheridan made this place. Oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. You get the story? Yeah, so Sheridan died over there. I want to see if there's anything good in his graveyard. So let me know in the comments down below. I could just load up a single-player world and go and check it out for myself. But I figured somebody clever may already have checked, and I'd like to know. So what I've been doing is taking the chisel and bitsy pieces and just rebuilding, generally. Just rebuilding as best I could. I just changed this out. And started making some laboratory blocks. But these laboratory tiles are different to these laboratory blocks. So I'm trying to figure out what was different about them. Because the laboratory tile there, and there's laboratory large tiles there. So I'm guessing it's a large tile. Yeah, it's a laboratory large tile. So I might go through and change all of these. Can we hit it? Change all of these to laboratory block, tile, something like that. Yeah. I might dig them all out and replace them with this other version. Because having it all connected textures would probably look cool. And that can be the mark of my rebuild. The mark of my rebuild can be that it's all nice and cool like that. And then there's something about this that went wrong. I know I did something wrong over here. I know. This should not come out to there. This should be there. And then this is not on there. I think that's right. Up to 2 there and up to 2 there. Yeah, something like that. So as you can see, I am rebuilding the shuttle. I am rebuilding the shuttle in the hopes that one day I can take off, but also because it'll just look cool sitting there in the middle of my base. In a Minecraft sense of the word, it'll look pretty cool in the middle of my base. Over this side here, I want to build a big greenhouse area so that we've got a warehouse on one side and a greenhouse on the other side. The greenhouse for all of our food and supplies and stuff. So I want kind of a greenhouse orchard and a greenhouse automated farms and all that kind of stuff. I want all of those things. But it's a little bit early to be starting thinking about that just yet, because we don't have everything. So let's just dump that down there as a part. So this episode, I want to take a look at how to get hold of all the various creatures and plants and the like from around and about the place. I also put these little water globules down here, look, so I can cool myself down as I work just by wandering through here. It can be annoying sometimes though if it's cold and you're running through here, but I've done it the opposite side of the bed so we can go and sleep to make it sunshine and then just walk through here to cool down when we need to refresh ourselves. Easy, awesome, good. And Ego's been doing sifting of soul sand for me so that I can get some nether quartz to make some more laboratory blocks. But that's all by the by. That's all for another time. And yeah, and I got a big bag of chisel bits and all sorts of stuff over here as well. But I will continue doing this. I will continue messing around, rebuilding the ship, and I also want to take it down underneath a little bit so that we kind of can get underneath the ship. So I'm going to need to ramp down from here, ramp down, and on the other side, from the end of the thing, ramp down, and have an underfloor, like a few blocks down the floor, just so that we can see the underside of the ship and put wheels down and all that kind of stuff, so that it can roll up and out onto a runway at some point. Yeah? That's the plan anyway. The runway will actually be towards the town. Yeah, towards the city. The runway will be towards the city. So I will use the runway for also running on. Yay! But now I can fly. I can kind of fly really quickly over there anyway without worrying about any of that kind of stuff. It's awesome being able to fly. And it's awesome that we're doing it so early. Especially when it's so easy to then start building things like this. But enough talk. More action. We want to make crops, all the different crops and all the sorts of different things. Now, how do we get them? Well, to start with, there is, of course, sieving dirt. I believe sieving dirt does a thing by giving you some kind of seeds. Okay, that needs compacted dirt. Not quite the same thing as I was doing there. Actually, let's just let Ego do it. Ego, sieve me a piece of dirt, please, so we can show the viewers exactly what's going on here today. And meanwhile, I will type in at Pam's, so we can see all the wonderful different types of seeds and things that we've got available to us, right? Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. So Ego managed to get some small stones from that piece of dirt. Okay. This is going to be a very laborious way of getting any kind of seeds. And also, the things that you get from it aren't everything. Look, you can get, from dirt sieving, you can get acorn, sugarcane, carrot seeds, grass seeds, small stones, exotic seeds, rubber seeds, potato seeds, beetroot seeds, just generally vanilla stuff, right? And it's the vanilla stuff that goes wrong. The villain stuff goes bad in the different winters. And you mostly just get the stone. It's a very basic start, but grass seeds are important, okay? So getting the grass seeds are important for another part, which I think we'll probably do that first, actually. Let's get the grass seeds that I've got here. Yeah, here we go. There's some grass seeds. And I want to sleep the night and then go and find a place to put these grass seeds. It should just work that I put some dirt down and then put some grass seeds out, and it's all good. Now, let's just go... Let's go over this way, and then we will kind of use this area later. I'll let all these burn and die, and just move out the way. Get rid of them all. Okay, I think I'm going to dig down maybe a little bit, or just build up a... Yeah, I think I'll just build a wall, I suppose. Okay, so we'll have a little area. How many blocks have I got? 8 more. Let's just make it a little bit bigger then. And that'll do. Okay, so that's that. Right, and we can put grass seeds on this to turn it to grass, right? And I just wasted a load maybe, but that'll spread across to the other half. Animals will spawn on grass. That is how it works in Minecraft. Animals will spawn in grass. So because there's so much sand all around, there's no animals spawning anywhere. There may be bunny rabbits, desert bunny rabbits, and that's about it. But there's no animals like cows and pigs and sheep spawning because there's no grass anywhere for miles around. The whole world is flat and sandy. So that, being away from the player, giving us plenty of space for them to spawn, should start spawning some animals. So we need to quickly just like wrap that around with a couple of blocks of some kind, just to make sure that they don't escape when we get them, and then that'll give us a meat supply. So let's use... I guess let's use sand because we've got so much of it, and just quickly make a bit of sandstone. I think we can do sandstone fences. Sandstone fences of a thing. Yeah, sandstone fences of a thing. Good. Okay, and then I'll make some more sandstone from here to wrap around the outside as well. I don't know if this is enough, but I'll fix it off camera anyway. All I'm planning on doing is just putting a little surround here. And you never know, something might have spawned already. It doesn't look like they have, but by the end of today's episode, hopefully there'll be proof that this works. It is a simple Minecraft concept. Simple. And hopefully it is easy enough. This is how you do it in Skyblocks anyway. That's what Ex Nihilio has the grass seeds for. So that in a Skyblock you can do this kind of stuff, which is awesome. And as you can see, the grass is already growing across. So we only actually needed one piece of grass seed to start the ball rolling. But I'll just finish this off quick. Okay, so a little while may have passed. I may have done a little bit more. I may have got carried away a bit. There's certain times of the day when I can record without worrying about noise pollution in the background. People coming into the room while I'm recording, or people making loud noises around the house, kids screaming and stomping around upstairs and things like that. There are times of the day when I don't have to worry about that. That's when they're all out or all asleep. And there are times when I literally can play, but I cannot record, so I get all prep work done. So over the last couple of days, I've spent all of my prep time just kind of carving out this area and getting it into the kind of style I was intending on having. I wanted to have the steps coming up and down from the side platforms, create kind of a launch pad area. I want to make some wheels. I just put these there for aesthetics purposes. Of course, Minecraft blocks can just hang in midair, but until I've put some kind of wheels in, I want to put wheels on the chassis, as it were, so that it looks like it's supporting itself. Until then, I wanted to put some sort of props up. Some props up. So these are factory blocks from Chisel, which are just chiseled out to look like rusty scaffolding, which I intend to use for the greenhouse, which I've designed a bit more space for. I've kept it in line with each other, so that one from that wing tip to this one on this wing tip, it's all kind of the same overall. Same dimension, same togetherness, as it were, to keep it all symmetrical and looking good. And that's going to then lead on the bit between that section and that section is going to be the runway, which is going to head out that way. Okay, and that's just going to be, then I can put some just basically build a runway to the city over there so that I can run to the city instead of having to fly. Although I can fly really, really fast, I suppose that's a lot of extra work for nothing. I might just make it so that it's kind of like an up ramp, so I can have like behind the burners, as it were, a big area. I've just put a little wall at the minute. That's not going to stop any burn at all, is it? Not that I would care if I was leaving the planet, I suppose. Big burn. I could put some sort of metal plate behind here anyway, an upright metal upright for it to thrust from, and then up a ramp over here. But there's a couple of things that have caused work to halt, such as a trapped chest at the front of the ship. Now, I did not open this, and I recognise with Walia that it is an oak trapped chest. That's kind of a thing that Walia does, that gives you a bonus. And also comments, I'd heard that there was trap chests around. There's another one down here, another trap chest, but this one didn't have anything around it that it could redstone trigger. So I'm guessing GW Sheridan just used the same thing. The main thing is you can see this little red ring around the chest there as well. That's kind of an obvious thing. If you look at a normal chest, you don't see it. And so that little highlight of red around there attracts your attention, and then I check Walia to see if it is a trap chest or not. But then there was some TNT down here. 2 blocks of TNT underneath the trap chest, with a sand block in between. So the trap chest would have sent a redstone signal through the sand block into the TNT. And, oh wow, there's more TNT than I expected. Okay, well, okay. Man, there's a lot of TNT. That would have blown the whole front of my ship out. Okay, well, I'm not having it. And there's nothing even in the chest. Really? There's not even anything in the chest, it's just a trap. How and why would I crash into the desert and then trap a chest? Is it kind of an explosive situation going on there? But anyway, I've got formulating a plan for this week's episodes, and the plan was to get some farming stations and stuff working. So I got a little bit of crafting to do, and I got a little bit of other things to do. Can I get in the water here? What's going on with my temperature here? Is it height of summer or something, and I'm not losing enough? So look, tan, temp, info. Let's see. I don't always do this. 16 of 16. Okay, so the time and the season is adding plus 12 now. Okay, and there's no change in temperature. I'm just going to stay at 16 at the minute. Wow, just because of the time and the season. Wow. Okay. Well, not a lot I can do about that then. The season is up. The season is summer, and the season is hot. I just need to keep cooling down to 16 temperature. But that's okay. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, there's that. Let's have a look at the other one then. So that one's now dealt with. We can kill that. And I can fill in the blanks there. What about this one then? Is there anything in this one? Yes, there are things. Oh, steak and chips. Nom nom. The amount of time I've left that in the drawer, that would have probably been quite mouldy by now. So a mouldy steak and chips and a mouldy ploughman's lunch and a couple of mouldy mince pies, a little bit of XP, a diamond apple, fire resistance, regen resistance and speed. Nice. And some treasure from G.W. Sheridan telling us that there's stuff around. A flint shuriken. Flint shurikens. Now, I believe with these weapons, you can throw them, and it's just they just go off like this, and then you get the... Yeah. I like shurikens. They're quite cool. The Tinker's weapons are quite cool. I like the look of them. These are only flint ones, though. So we'll test them out later on. Let's go back into the pool of water. This is going to be a hell of an episode if I'm going to have to keep coming in and out of water. Also, I'm going to need to do certain things with heating elements and stuff as well this episode, just to make a load of food that I just picked up from a random chest. Let's see if I can just pop it into here. Yes, I can. Let's pop those into there. Let's just have the big eats in there, because it's going to be a long day for me. I got lots still to do. One thing that I prepared for you, which didn't take very long at all, and then I went off and did loads of building work, was a market from Pam's Harvest Craft. The market from Pam's Harvest Craft, let's just put it down here, allows you to buy all the seeds you need for emeralds. So when we got a load of emeralds earlier, we can now buy all the seeds we need. And in particular, I'm looking for a rice seed. So bear with me a minute while I go through all of the seeds in Pam's Harvest Craft to find a rice seed. Aha! I found you. Okay, so then I put 3 emeralds in and I buy it. Buy one. Give it here. There we go. So now I got the rice seed. The reason I wanted the rice seed was because in this little setup over here, let's go back over to the water again. In here, in the quests, there was the basic survival to find rice seeds. So I got to get 40 rice seeds and 30 rice overall, and that was it for that mission. I wonder if I've done the killing task yet. Ah, spiders. I still haven't been killing enough spiders. I've done everything else. I just haven't killed enough spiders. Okay, not to worry. But once we've got that, then we can do this kind of stuff. What do we got? Spider eye soup. I might actually be able to make some spider eye soup. I got the little things like that to do as well. But most importantly, I think it's the temperature setting, the regulator that we need. I think that's the most important thing that I need to get sorted. Let's throw some bits and pieces away. I'm carrying too much more stuff again. Carrying so much stuff all the time. And my heat is just going up all day, every day now. That's going to be crazy. Let's get some bone meal while we're over here, though. Let's just get some bone meal. I can always do some running around later. Let's get 1, 2, 3 stacks of bone meal. That should be more than enough to get this rice started. Just to complete this quest quickly, let's take... we can actually stand in this water here. I got this water set up in here, some droplets of water, so that if that's on in there, I can always come to this little shower area instead of standing this little bit of condensation and do a little bit of work on here for when I need food now. So I've got rid of my farm, and I now make my own food this way, right? This is how I'm now doing it, okay? Just for an FYI, and take 30 seeds. I think it was 30 seeds it wanted. Now just get 30 more of these. Take this, and some of that up there, thank you, and get some more. So I grow my food the easy way in here at the moment, just with bone meal and a block standing in the water, just to recoup my food when I need it. But that should complete that quest, really, shouldn't it? Should that be it? Detect 30 rice, 40 seeds. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we've got 30 rice. We need 4 more seeds. 1. Like that. That's about it. That'll do. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Stupid computer. There we go. Right, that's it. And there we go. I could have done the other thing. Oh, wow. There we go. And claim that. Do I have to pick? Do I have to pick something? Oh, I choose a reward here. Well, I don't need to choose any of the seeds or anything, do I? Because I can get all those. I can get all those from the thing. I don't need the water bottle. So the loot chest. Let's claim the loot chest. Done. We have claimed the loot chest. And we've opened up creating life. Okay, so cows and stuff now. Seeds. I got to get 64 seeds to spawn a chicken. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. This is something that we were trying to do earlier in this episode, and I would like to show you the results so far. I know it's dark and it's nighttime, but I don't really care. Let's just get over it. As you can see, I've been trying very hard to keep this in kind of an area where it might be loaded, so that I'm just working there and it's loaded here, but it hasn't created any animals. So it might be restricted somehow because it's desert. Maybe you've already told me in the comments that it won't work. And now I know. I want to kill some more spiders though. I might just spend the night killing spiders. Whoa. And flying is such an awesome feat. Let's just get a bow. I think the bow's about to run out, but still. We can kill spiders. Yep, spider dead. Okay, any more for any more? I think there's more spiders over here. There's another one there. Okay, so I'm going to kill some more spiders. I'm going to get myself sorted for tonight. And then I'm going to start building in this area in the morning. Maybe in the next season as well, because the time of day and all that is really starting to bug me, making it really hard to sort anything out because of the heat. I almost forgot. Did you want to see what's in the loot bag? Maybe. Maybe. I'm just working on the spacing of a large greenhouse now, right? I want a great big kind of arching greenhouse. I think I'm going to have farming stations with low-lying crops down the edges so that the arching side of things does cover those. And then in the middle I'm going to have orchard of trees and stuff. And then on the opposite side we're going to have some more arching over bits. Right, so we've got quite a bit of arching and stuff to do. Lots of big glass structure work, that's what I want to do. I can't tell which is quicker, using the mattock on sand or just using my fist on sand. I think it's about the same actually. I maybe need to make myself a spade if the mattock isn't going to be quick enough. Just because. I'm just coming up with a little design idea for the front end so I can do the arching with this stuff and then put glasswork in behind it. Possibly with a chisel and bitsy feel to the glasswork. Maybe glasswork and chisel and bits. But anyway, I'm burning up, and you want to see what's in this loot bag. I will continue with my building very, very shortly, though, and cut back when we've got most of it built. I would like to get a farming station actually built today as well. I would like to. Let's see what's in this loot bag. Maybe it is a farming station, you never know. It's some jellied slime. Awesome. Okay, good. And I actually needed an extra pair of that now. I could do with the boots. Actually, I don't need the jelly boots anymore, do I? I don't need the jelly slime. I don't need the slime boots anymore because now I've got the ring. I don't take full damage anyway when I fall because I can fly and I can fall and I don't take any damage. Alrighty then. Awesome. Okay, that's great. So yeah, I'm just going to continue planning out kind of like this area. I've got to figure out how many to before the doorway. So let me just dig this out. I might make myself a diamond shovel because this will be a bit quicker. In fact, yes, I'm going to make a diamond shovel and I'm going to clear all this sand out. I've decided to try for a blue glass look. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to look alright at all. What I've ended up doing though, because you can't make vanilla diamond tools without doing the whole shearing a creeper type thing to make the ingots, I just made myself a diamond hammer, which cost 2 diamonds instead. It's still pretty quick at clearing this stuff out, but I do end up with dust from ex nihilo instead of sand, which, yeah, I don't really care. It's fine. Next up then, I'm trying to figure out how to space the end, because this is where the arching is going to take place. I'm going to arch up into here, arch up into there. I want a fairly large kind of like doorway section here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, so it's going to be evens in the centre. So 4 wide evens in the centre, and this is going to be pretty tall, yeah? But then I can still bring it in and do kind of arching between the two with these blocks. These need to go up at least this far, I guess. Right? At least this far. And what I'm considering now is I'm going to take these glass blocks, right? And then with the chisel and bits, I can take a layer or two off these, right, and bring them down so that they're just on top of the step there, and then gather up a load of chisel bits of this glass colour, right? But I can kind of make the overall effect now in building block style, right? And then I can also see where this needs to like go up over like so, you see? Yes, sir. Like that, and then I can bring it up one and then kind of roll it over that way, you see? That's the plan anyway. So I can see where the arching's going to go now, and then I don't know if I want to turn that into an arch. I don't know. I think I'll probably leave that as it is and then just put that on the top like that. I'll probably do some curving with chisel and bits as well, just to give those a little bit of curve on. But any glass that I use from chisel and bits here, I'm taking half the block away now. I'll be able to use that going down the sides instead. I'll be able to make a pattern for that and do that going down the sides. So that's the simplest version of my plan that I can show you really right now. I decided blue glass. It's not quite as clear as maybe I'd like, but it is vanilla blue glass. So simple enough. Actually, I think I'm going to break that piece. I know it's bits of glass that I didn't want to break necessarily, but we'll go with that. And then I'm bringing it across because I want to curve it over at this point, don't I? Yep. And somehow I want this section here, just like the block behind it, to also be the same thing, as it were. To be the same thing. Let's just put this block here for now. I just kind of want an extra bit of detail coming up and across this way. So I'm just going to fill this in to give us another detail. I might even change the type of block for this detail as it comes up in the future. Oh man, it's so much easier to build when you're flying. So much easier to build when you're flying. You take it for granted. You take it for granted in creative mode, building stuff, but I think that's going to work okay. Let me just match it all up and sort it all out and see if we can figure out how we're going to finalise the middle. Because there's enough room here then for some automated farms coming down this kind of this line here. Automated farms in the middle here with farming on either side. And then there's enough room here for rows of trees on either side and a nice little pathway running down here. A 2-wide pathway running to the end of the greenhouse. It's going to be a blue house. Not a greenhouse, it's going to end up being a blue house. Well, I'm not so fussed about the little design I've got going on down the middle there, but it was just kind of build it up as we go and see what happens. I've now started chiseling all of these bits. I've got a positive chisel design written so that I can just pick up half of the blocks here and turn them into like half slabs. Well, half slabs on the side anyway. So I just basically took cubes off. 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes off to get rid of half of it. Took a written copy, put it into there, and then we've got kind of window designed. It's going to work out a bit more like that. And then from around the side bits around here, yeah, where we're also going to have the same half window, I can do a little bit different on here. Now I've run out of glass. Now I've got this. I can change it so that we can do placement instead. So I should be able to place it there. And then I'm placing a half block from all the bits that I've got in my bag. See, I've kind of filled my chisel bag already. So now I can go along and just place these blocks in the right places here to be able to build up around the sides. You get me? You get me? You see what I'm doing? This section I'm probably going to have to go with like half slabbing here. Half slabbing this side, and then possibly coming out and half slabbing this side as well. I don't know how I'm going to make it rounded off yet, but something like that would work, right? So it's kind of rounded, and it's also in keeping that it's only half windowed size, as it were. But then I've got these sort of areas which I'll probably need to do some kind of steps on. I probably need to do a step there, so I can add in a little extra from here soon enough by just having this one turn into cubes and just add a cube there to turn it into steps of glass. Like so. And then if I want to quickly make this possible, I can just go grab that plan and stick it back on placement and place stairs of glass out of my chiseled bits of glass all the way up here to finish that section off, like so. And then that'll work. And then I can also replace and carve these out to make them stairs as well, putting the supply of glass back in my bag at the same time. I love this chisel and bits. It's so awesome. And it's going to make a big difference to how we do things around here. How quickly I can make this place. Once I've done my design, I can very quickly change everything from block form into non-block form, as it were, into chisel and bits block form. So I can take all of those blocks back there. And that gives us a good look about the greenhouse, or blue house. It's a greenhouse that's a blue house. I still don't know about the central area here. I might need to do something about that. Maybe even just take it, chisel it back a section so it fits inside the original and just do some work on there. It's all just fancy detail though. It's not really that big an issue. From the practicality side of things, I'm trying to figure out how I want to lay out my rows here. So I'm thinking about laying out rows of around here, but I'm not sure how to do it. So let's put in for an example here. This is where the Ender.io farming station is going to go, right there. That's where the Ender.io's farming station is going to go. So it's going to have 4 quadrants. And those 4 quadrants can have different things in them. And it'll be able to keep harvesting and planting seeds in those 4 quadrants, right? Now, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 on that side and 4 on that side. So that's going to be 8. And that 8 is then going to be 16, 32. 32 different types of seeds constantly going. Constantly 32 different seed varieties on the move of farming stations. And I'm going to have to add in some kind of heating coils and stuff around here as well, close by, and waterways, which I was thinking of dividing these up amongst waterways. I might put a waterway down here, actually. Put waterways down here, like this, maybe. I don't know. There's also other options for farming. There's possibly the progressive automation farming. Maybe there's progressive automation farming. If there is, then that'll be a thing as well. Let's have a look at, see if we've got progress. Yeah, we've got progressive automation farming as well. So we could do the planters and harvesters here, because I think these work with right-clicking. So these very simple harvesters and planters work with right-clicking crops, such as we do here. Right-clicking to get the stuff and gather in that way. So that might work better in some cases to have a variety of things going on in our farms. Right? Didn't really want to put the wheat there, but I don't really want to sort all this out on camera either. The overall section here, though, is if the Ender.io planter is trying to plant in this area, and I want to grow trees on these sections here, I'm probably going to have to reduce the size of these so it looks like grass surrounding the trees. Yeah, so I can plant trees and I can have grass growing around the trees, but in actual fact it's not full-on grass. Yeah, so if I change these to kind of half slabs or steps or whatever, making a little bit of a grass platform around where the tree's going to be, then the Ender.io farming station will not be able to farm or plant anything next to the trees. It might want to harvest the trees though. This is another issue. Maybe I'll have a problem there as well. And if that is an issue, then I can just try and reduce the area that the farming station operates in. Yeah, because I would really like to have my trees planted down this section and grown in this section. Let me just get one of those saplings, because I would like to see the saplings growing, and I would like to have them all the same height as well. It's just symmetry. It's just symmetry. We've got an orange sapling and we've got a maple sapling. These can just be the first couple that I place. I think I put some bone meal in this chest over here. Yeah, I've got 20 bone meal left. Hopefully that's enough to grow one of these trees, just to give you an idea of how I'm laying this whole thing out. And then, of course, this section here is going to be pathways. I've just got to figure this section out altogether. So, somewhere along here, I don't know if this will go from there, Yes, it will. Okay, so it goes right there. Did that get rid of any of the glass? No, it did not, but it does look good through there. Good, good. Okay, so we'd have that, and then I would have to chisel and bit the sections around it to make sure that it's got like a little bit of green showing around it, but not too much. And then this one would come in around here, just to surround the tree base, like so. I could even put a little rising section around there, and then plant the next one. The next one's probably going to have to be a little further across. So we've got one there filling that space. Might need another one here. I don't know if this is going to grow. We'll see. Yes, it will. Okay, and not a bad height either, actually. That's not bad. I don't know if you can get... Oh, you can get... Yeah, you can bone meal these things to get the maple syrup off. So you can bone meal to get maple syrup off. And I can bone meal to get oranges off. I can get the fruit off by bone mealing as well. So the idea then is just to carve this out so that nothing else can be planted on it by the planters, and give us a nice little surround for each of the trees on the way through here. And then I should be able to plant a third sapling close by on the edge here somewhere, and just work a way across. I would like them all formatted on those sizes and all that ranges, so that we've got like orchard coming down those two sides, and then the farming is automated just on the outside edge, with plenty of greenery and plenty of water and plenty of other bits. And I'm hoping to get all of that done between now and next episode. Hopefully I don't burn up while I'm doing my little outro here. But that is all we've got time for today, folks. Thank you all very, very much for watching today's episode of Forever Stranded with Nemsun. I've enjoyed today. I've got a lot done, and I do need to get a lot more done, and I would like to get a lot more done before next episode. Next episode, we'll start working on the mechanics of the farm, I think, and we'll try and get that done before the weekend. Until then, though, thank you very much for watching. Leave your comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like. Love you loads. Thank you, and goodbye.